Welcome to the stream. Today we're just going to be showing off a couple of things here. But I want to set this up real quick because I got to share it. Just something I'm trying out. Alright, and where is it? That there. Now I'm going to do this a different way. There we go. I'm going to do this a different way. Alright, so I'm just going to add this. Let me just do this before that. Whoops. I just gotta find it. Okay. Undo that. Okay, where did that go? There we go. Alright, so Okay, one more thing before we go and do that. Okay. Oops. Uh, I got a lot of messages right now. Okay. Get that going. Back to here. Sorry, I'm just setting this up. I'm also sharing it at the same time to 2 different platforms. Okay, and then get rid of that. Okay, now, sorry, it's just so. Um, Oops. There we go. Oh, I can't see.
Incoming backup request.
Oops. That's not even right. Okay, I think that's good. That was annoying. Alright, let me skip this. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright. What is all these messages going crazy on my phone? Okay, okay. I see what it is. Holy crap. Alright, cool. Okay. I need to make a dummy build. Probably the craziest idea I've ever done. Actually, I don't care about that. Really curious. I hate doing that. I don't want to hear anybody though, so just give me 1 second. Just want to try something. This is either going to be good or bad. But I'm crazy enough to try it. I just hope it doesn't put us in something like team elimination or domination. I don't like those two because it takes too long to load. If it wasn't so long loading, I wouldn't mind playing the other ones too, but my favorite's skirmish because it's no nonsense. It's straight to the point. In most likely cases, if I do find a match, it's going to probably be a already in progress match, which is going to be very nasty because we're probably going to be trapped in our spawn if I get into one of those matches where we're already losing, which I hate because it sucks. Because you get into a match and you're trapped in your spawn immediately, and it's like, oh, okay, and we're losing. I hope in the future they fix this. Okay, I'm not waiting all day. I don't have all day. Usually it finds matches, but then maybe people aren't. You know what? Let me see. Let me go here for a minute. Alright, let's go. I added a couple of new things. First of all, I switched from True Patriot back to Striker because I found that Striker was the better way to go as far as what I'm trying to accomplish. So definitely sticking with this. But then I thought about that for a minute. Oh no. I can't let him do that to me. There we go. So now you know why I take those with me. The Demolisher, because those Grenadiers can kill you, even if they're red. If they get a position on you, they can sit there and spam at you. It doesn't have to be legendary for them to do it. They do it on any, it doesn't matter what it is. They will shoot at you no matter what. So if you're hiding like right here, there's going to be a Grenadier at some point that's going to come out, and they're gonna spam at you. So that's what the Demolisher's for. It disables that crap. Same thing with those drone operators. Like, they're not always, they don't have to be yellow out drone operators for them to spam. They can be red, purple. It doesn't matter what level they're at, they'll spam. Oh, We got other company coming this way too.
Civilians in danger. Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Gotta take him out. Yeah, he can spam. We're gonna end his spamming if that hits him though. He's dead. Okay, we got company behind us now. Because now the actual, I think the actual enemies are coming out now.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Detected. New location guarded by hostiles.
I'm waiting. I don't know why these guys are getting... Okay, come on, don't do the countdown thing. Get out of the way, bitch. Jesus. I'm trying to kill shit and she gets in my way. I feel like we're playing countdown. But the dumbass is in there.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Ski detected. Hostiles guarding location nearby. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Oh, I thought that was an enemy. this idiot shooting me from?
Civilians in distress.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Supply room access unlocked.
What we got here? What do we got? We got spike on that. I've already got one of those. It's funny because I mean, clutch is not as good as it used to be, but it's still quite useful and it still works quite well. Regardless of how much they might have nerfed it, I still find it to be pretty good. The question is, or the answer is, you need to make sure that you just jump. Yeah, oh, I didn't see that.
Civilians
Hold
in
on.
danger.
I just need to see what my crit is. Alright, we need to get the crit hit chance up a little bit. Yeah, I gotta get these mods off. What's this? Yeah, we'll do this. It's better if you do. Oh, we're at 100 again. What the hell? Whoops. There we go. Maybe one more.
Civilians in distress.
It's just the more you have, the better it is. The more efficiently it works. And I'm doing a double whammy, right? Because I have M-Line's guard on, I have Striker on, and then I've got Clutch on as well. Now some people, when they read this description, get confused, right? They get confused because they think that it's all mashed into one, sort of, and that it stops after a certain percentage. You probably don't heal anymore. Well, that's not the case.
Friendly control point nearby.
Oh, fuck you.
Serious trauma detected.
Dumbass is gonna run into it, watch. Oh, you're up there being a little bitch, eh? Let's go. That's you. let that run out. Because they're too far, they're spaced out too far, and I don't want to get massive damage done to me and then they run away, because they do that. They know. It's like they know what you're using. Doesn't work on him. I just need to find his healing box. It will work on that. Yeah, your heals are gone, buddy.
Incoming hostiles detected. Control point detected.
Stand up. There we go. That was pretty cool. There's a lot of things I was fighting there. Something must have died though, that because it said. So I need to look around to see if there's any equipment on the ground, because there obviously is somewhere. Because that was definitely a convoy. Or if it wasn't, it was really weird. It should have been, because they kept spawning. So maybe it wasn't. Okay. It's not telling me anything, so maybe it wasn't. Alright, now we can go into that room and see what it drops. I really like this combination. Striker seems to be the best version, the best one to use it with, too. Obviously. In the back of my mind, I already knew that, but I tried to see if True Patriot could do a better job, because it has that built-in heal. Oh. I already started taking stuff from here. I just didn't open this. Well, when nothing's appealing, you just do that. Get rid of it. Now, I used to leave stuff laying on the ground, but I don't do that anymore. Now, the Eagle Bear works really nice with Striker. It's almost like it was meant to be. Kind of like the Pestilence in True Patriot. Pestilence and True Patriot are like perfect together. Now the heal's not as good as it once was a long time ago. It was a little insane, but I honestly don't think they should have nerfed it as much as they did. All they had to do is do what they did, which is they disconnected the Pestilence ticks with the heal. That's all they had to do. They could have left it at 6%. It still would have been okay. It wouldn't have been like insane. But I think the reason why because you would have to use the backpack, right? So it's not like you could stack it with clutch. You could with the ordinary one, but it was only 3%, which is what it is now. Well, it's 3% with the backpack. It would have been 6% with the backpack if they hadn't nerfed it. They didn't need to nerf it that bad. They nerfed it. They just went overboard on the nerf. Like when they nerf something, they overkill it. They need to learn to have that balance of if the, for example, True Patriot, the Pestilence ticks was making you heal when they had the white debuff on them. Again, detach it so that the ticks don't cause the heal, and it's good to go. It wasn't OP, it was perfect. It's just, when you had a Pestilence, it was OP. Because the ticks would heal you, as they had that white debuff on them. I would like to see them revisit True Patriot and increase it, actually, to be honest. I think it should go back the way it was before, without the Pestilence ticks healing you. It's perfect. It would have been a great, I think they need to honestly, I think they need to revisit all the gear sets. Make them more powerful. Make them what they were intended to be. They were intended to be powerful. So if you're not going to give us anything, then this is what I propose. These gear sets only have one attribute. They do. That second one is just me adding a mod to it. So the attribute on this one is armor regen. If I didn't have that mod on there, that's all it would have. So my proposal is add, just like the yellow sets, they should either add gear set bonuses, okay, because it says 4 of 6, right? So I'd like to see either they put another attribute on these gear pieces, or they add the 5 and 6 piece bonuses for wearing a whole set. So it's actually viable. That's what I'd like to see. I would really like to see like an improved Striker's Gamble, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like whatever they decide to do, or an improved Striker, or whatever. Like the old Striker had a heal in the first division. So it heals you every second you're shooting at them, right? It takes a second to heal you. I can show you. Let's see, where's my True Patriot? I usually have it on me all the time. So the True Patriot heals you. I've mixed and matched my True Patriot with something else, so mine's going to be a little bit better than normal. I always use the chest piece, especially if I'm going to do this, because I want to get that wipe debuff on them right away. I don't want to screw around, and that it does make the flag move faster. And nobody really likes using the chest piece. I love using the chest piece because it really does move that flag faster, and it means you can get the whole flag on them quicker. And when you've got the whole thing on them quicker, I mean, they're pretty much screwed. Now let me see how many cores I have. 7, 4. I'll add 2 more. I don't care for the other, I'll just do that instead because I'm good at headshots. I find that the SMGs are better to use with the heal too.
Vital signs critical.
That's not my True Patriot heal, by the way. I've just mixed it with my True Patriot. That's why I like kind of using this one too. It doesn't hit as hard as my Striker does, but it heals really good too. I might have to take that off so I can show you properly, but it's not, well, I just don't want to kill the target. So let me see if I can get the white on him right away. White. Perfect. So now I'm going to do this. Well, sorry. Clutch is kicking in again. Okay, clutch will stop now because I'm at the certain point. Now, when I kill something, clutch will kick in again, but this time it's different. But this is True Patriot without clutch. So every time you shoot, it's giving you like a little chunk at a time, see? And then when I kill it, and then clutch is kicking in, so now it's a better heal. Boom, 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 and then True Patriot's healing at the same time. So if you put clutch with it, and switch up, I'm trying to incorporate other things into this. I don't think I have it on me though. No, I think I put it away. Let me see where it is. I might have actually put it on another character, to be honest. Doo-doo-doo. Probably did. Yeah, I did. Now I can get rid of clutch, and I don't want to though, because I really like clutch. It's really nice, especially with M-Line's guard. So that's what I'm using. Because it says when you kill an enemy, it repairs you for 12% over 5 seconds. If you get a headshot kill, it turns into 24% for 5 seconds. So that's why I got good at doing headshots, because that's what I'm going for. Now clutch works. I think so. Clutch is good though. Clutch has saved my life so many times since I've started using it. I can't count how many times I was doing legendary stuff and got saved by clutch. Like when you kill something and you get that insane heal. I've been saved quite a few times. Now the thing with the Merciless though is you gotta have weapon handling with that thing, because that thing is retarded if you don't. You have to incorporate some weapon handling into that. If not, it jumps a lot, right? Now I accidentally deconstructed my Merciless, so I'm kind of hoping to maybe get it again. Because you can do some pretty good stuff with that. I used to hate that gun because it was so jumpy, I didn't like it. If you have this piece right here. Where is it? It's at the bottom, I think. This guy right here. Mine's not perfect by no means. I could probably optimize this now and make it perfect. And I should do that. But this guy right here gives you 50% weapon handling. You have to be in cover, obviously. That will greatly help out if you don't want to sacrifice. You don't have to have the True Patriot piece, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's what I do too. People think I'm crazy when I do that, but I do. That's what I do. So let me show you my other build. This is a build that I use. And no, it's really not your typical. So there's one of my Striker builds, and then there's my other Striker build. I have the Ninja backpack on, as you can see. So 3-piece Striker, 2-piece Hotshot, and you know why I'm using 2-piece Hotshot with the Ninja, because it's actually 3 pieces. So you know why I'm using it, because I'm getting that extra. Not only am I getting the weapon handling, but I'm also getting 30% headshot damage as well. That's why I put 2 of them on. That's why I comboed it like that. I do a lot of damage. I think with this build here, once I fully stack, he starts doing headshots and stuff that are like really high, like 1.5 million, anywhere from 1.1 to 1.5 per hit in the head. And I get a lot of headshots, so I like using that combo too. But this True Patriot, that's the part that sucks about Clutch. Clutch is a backpack talent. If Clutch was a chess piece talent, I could have so much fun with this. Like, so much more fun with this, right? Because then I could put the ninja on and do something else. But I can't put the ninja button, because if I put it on, then I have no more Clutch. That's the dilemma. Yeah, well, the thing is, where is it? Let me show you. Go here. So this is the targeted loot that we have available. Now, this is off topic a little bit. This is something to do with something else. It's a gear set, actually. There's one place left that's empty. Now, I can only hope, that the last spot that they have left is for system corruption. I can only hope. I really wish it was the final spot when they do an update and they put the gear set that's supposed to go there, which I know they're gonna, at some point. Hopefully it's system corruption. Because I'd love to have some better stuff. I told you about that. I told you a couple months ago when I went into the Dark Zone, a pair of system corruption gloves dropped, and they were god rolled. It had headshot damage on it, full headshot damage, full weapon damage, and the Dark Zone was dead. There was nobody there. Well, that's what I thought. I didn't see any rogues. I didn't see anybody taking landmarks. I didn't see anything. Everything was clear. So I was like, okay, I can extract these. This is a really good pair of gloves. As soon as I hit that extraction, it's like everybody knew I had something that was good. Boom, all of a sudden there's like a shitload of rogues. Just as I'm about to put this stuff on this didn't happen until just before I was about to put stuff on the rope. Now, whenever I get into a situation where I'm outnumbered like that and I think there's a good possibility they're going to get me, I usually go into my menu real quick and I deconstruct whatever it is. I don't care what it is. I'll deconstruct it before I let them have it. I didn't get a chance to do it though. So some son of a bitch got my gloves. I was mad too, because I worked my ass off and they dropped finally. And some douchebag comes along. Some douchebag comes along and probably won't even use them, idiot. I wish there was like a revenge thing that you could come in there and even if you kill him or something, you could take them. Even if he's extracted them, they come back to you. Or something like that. Or he drops shit that he, you know what I mean? Like if he's carrying other stuff that he has already, like not a part of his extraction, but like maybe there's things in there that he could drop that he shouldn't, like that you would normally not be able to drop. Like, oh look, you decided to bring this into the Dark Zone and you dropped it. There is games like that actually, where you can actually lose more than what you can lose your actual stuff if you're killed. I can't remember what game that was I played. It was a while back. Wow, quite a while back. A long time ago, there was a PvP game I played like that where, the stuff that you collect, it's not like a Dark Zone type thing, but you're carrying stuff on you, right? So the whole objective was to not carry stuff on you, because you could drop it all. So if you were farming all this shit, you could lose it. Now I know you can do that in the Division when somebody has contaminated gear, but this theory was a little bit different. This was stuff that you could get special items that nobody could have. But your regular stuff, if you went into your, so if I went into my stash, and then I went and I went to PvP, that's what I mean. It's different than contaminated gear. This is your actual stuff that comes from your stash box. You can actually lose it in this game. So if you had a really decked out weapon, you had to be careful, because if you got killed, you could drop it. And that sucks if you spent the time to level that thing up. But yeah, I hope the last spot here in that corner is. It's about time that they start. You know, I know it's been a DZ exclusive for a long time, and since they don't want to seem to. So you do targeted loot. Watch. Okay, so right now Umbra is there. Eclipse is there. 511's there. Old school Division 2. One of these 3 dark zones always had system corruption symbol. One of them would always have it, which means one of these 3 is where you would go if you wanted to get it. It could be invaded, it could be non-invaded, but one of these 3 dark zones always had the system corruption. It rotated between one of the 3 dark zones, basically, but it was always one of the options. Then they got rid of it. Then they got rid of that rotation for some reason, and it stopped dropping. It was very rare that you would find a piece drop anywhere. Why, I don't know. I'm glad I got the pieces that I got when I did. Now there is another way to get them now, but you have to be super lucky. I don't think anybody that's made videos about the system corruption from the legacy caches really has a clue on how that works. Like, it's literally, you got to be lucky. You have to be lucky for you to get a lot of pieces out of, like, if you bought 16 caches, you got to be super lucky. There's a chance you're going to get nothing. You're going to get no system corruption. You have to be lucky. Some people get 10 pieces out of 16, right? Some people might get 3. There is no algorithm for it. It's chance. It's like playing slot machines. I don't think they get it. They're like, oh no, it's fairly good way to do it. Well, yeah, sort of, if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, you're probably not going to get much. You'll go through like 32 caches and you might get 2 or 3. Well, because, let me show you. Let me go down here for a minute. So when I went into the DZ, and plus when I'm in there I could look in the map, right? That's why I decided to extract it. I should have called some people in. I should have called some clan members to come help me out. That's what I should have done. But I didn't really have time because I picked it up and I thought, well, you know. Okay, so. See this right here? It's red, which means, and there's an extraction going on there. There's a manhunt here. And people are taking the landmarks. There's some missing. That one's red, which means somebody's there right now. This is how you know when there's an active DZ going on, right? But if there's nothing, if there's no extraction going on, all of the landmarks are there, and there's no manhunts or no rogues, and you don't see anything going on, then you assume it's dead. It was. I could go anywhere and I couldn't find anybody. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe I can extract this. I should have said, hey guys, can you come into the DZ right now and give me a hand? That's what I should have did. I should have done that. Before I even started that extraction, I should have called 3 members in to help out. Whenever you get a good piece of gear, if you're by yourself, you want to make sure that you get some friends in there before you extract it, so you have backup. Because when a group of 4 comes at you, yeah, you can probably kill them, but if you're not expecting them, and they come out of nowhere, yeah.
Nearby agent has become rogue.
That's exactly what I heard, too.
Location guarded by hostiles. Incoming backup request.
I can't, I gotta be in the DZ for that. So, there's a new thing that I've noticed in the Dark Zone. There's a lot of people that are using this. Whoops. They're using this guy right here. They're using, where is he? Right here. They're using the Defender drone. Now, my Defender drone only reduces damage by 10%. Right? 10% in PvP. In non-PvP, it's 20%. For me. Now if I had skill tiers, I could increase it better. And if I was expertise level 21, I could actually increase I could get the damage reduction another 21% if I leveled it up. So in PvP, if all I had was what I was wearing now and I had 21 on it, my PvP damage reduction would be 31%. If I start adding skill tiers to that, you can see as you add skill tiers, it adds more damage reduction, right? So if you're skill tier 6, I would be at 61% PvP damage reduction. It's a really cheesy tactic, but people are using it. There is a defense. It is not unbreakable. Like, it's not unstoppable. It's not like you can't stop it, because you can. Just get rid of it, basically. Shoot the goddamn thing. It's not that strong. Like, just a couple of bullets from my gun, I would blow it up. I don't aim. See, when I see people in the DZ and they're using that, I don't go for them right away. I target that and then I go for them. Because now his damage reduction that he might have had at 50% is now at 0. Because I've destroyed it. But I've seen a lot of people using this. Because that's what they're doing. They're leveling up their expertise on it. And that's leveling up their damage reduction. Right? Because you know how you get armor on your gear for your expertise? Like, I don't have anything on this, but I do have sets where I have like a lot. And increases your armor on these pieces, just like this increases damage on these. Well, on that, it increases the damage reduction on that particular thing. I'm assuming that if you're using the drone that attacks, the striker drone, I'm assuming it would increase the damage.
Almost within range.
But if you've already got it, so whatever it is, right? So whatever you're using. So if you're using this, I think it increases your healing. If you already have 21% on the actual drone, then it's going to apply to all this. Not just that. Well, yeah, as you can see, the damage reduction is higher in PvE, right? Like I don't even have a skill tier, and it's 20%. If I added, like I said, if I started putting expertise on that, it would be insane. Like I'd be taking a lot less damage. Like a lot less damage. I'm just trying to remember. Which one am I? Okay, I'm using this. Okay. So this is what this is one, like this is the one way I use it, and then there's the other, right? But I think that the striker way might be the faster way to heal. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, you go into the DZ, I've seen people, I've actually inspected them that are running it, and some of them have maximum expertise on that piece of gear, or on that skill. And so it's reducing their damage by 31% plus whatever skill tier they've added to themselves, like whatever skill tier they're using. So even if they're using, like, let's see, even if they're using, I think, skill tier 2 or 3, it's still decent. Yeah, so there's another 15% if they're using skill tier 3, another 10%, so 41% if they're only using skill tier 2. But if they're all the way at 6, then they're going to have like 61% damage reduction. So unless you attack their drone, they're going to be taking very small amounts of damage when you're trying to pump them full of lead. It's going to be like, what the F? So if you ever do PvP and you see defender drones, take them out. You can do that easily too. Make sure you look at their skill tier first though, because if they're skill tier 3, I don't think you can jam them. Well, again, that accounts if you have your expertise maxed on this drone, it applies to every variant that you have, right? It's just different. Like this one would be damage, this one would be damage reduction. I'm assuming more damage, and I'm assuming your healing would be better with it as well. Where'd that go? Ugh, son of a bitch. To do it again. Like that heal. That's a true Patriot heal right there. No, it's not. It's clutch. But it's clutch. I'm sorry, it's clutch and true Patriot mixed together. I don't know if I have any. I might have, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Come on. Gotta wait for the cooldown. Okay, there we go. You got 3 slots. You got, like I said, I don't have very many mods for these, because I think I keep deleting them. But there's, I don't know how many damages you can put on this thing, but... I know you can put healing on it as well. Right, when I get a headshot with the Emmeline's Guard, it's gonna give me 24% armor repair. Let me see that. Sorry, I didn't see that question. That would be repair skill. If we're talking about this drone when it does its little repairs. So the more repair skill I put on myself, that number that says healing is going to go up and up and up and up and up. The more repair skills I put on. Now, I don't know if I showed you this with Technician, but there's a lot of people that probably just look right by. I know there's a lot of people that look right by this, but it's there. So most people go with the skill damage, right? Because they don't really pay attention to this one, but I do this one. Okay, that's gonna. I'll show you why. Let me make sure I put Technician on first, and I put that repair drone on. Okay, so my repair drone right now with the skill damage on is 23,652. And I make that change. I don't have skill damage on, so I didn't pick one yet. When I put this on, it's not going to be drastically higher, but it's going to help. It's now 25,000. So you see what I mean? It does help. Every little bit helps. But if I was to put a mod on, it was at 25,000, right? Now it's at 30,000. So the more repair skills you can roll, you can also roll repair skills as well. Incoming repairs do help you out, but they will not make the heal better. See, this is what I've been trying to tell people, is yes, incoming repairs helps you out. It does when it comes to healing, but if I only have 30,000 healing on this, it's really not going to do that much. Okay, so I want repair skills to make that heal better. Then I can worry about incoming repairs. That's the part that people miss a lot. They think, oh, if I stack a bunch of incoming, no. It does help you, but not as much as you think. It all ultimately comes down to, if you're using a skill to heal yourself, it all comes down to how much healing does it have. Right, I use the chem launcher one. So repair over time. So the repair skills help your allies out as well, big time. But they also help you. So repair over time is 70,000. The more I add to this, it's going to make my ally repair better and mine. If I just do incoming repairs, that repair over time is not going to change for me. It's going to be the same. So that's what I said. It makes things better, but it doesn't increase your healing. It really doesn't. I've been playing around with these things for so long now that I've noticed the difference. And that's why you see me going with incoming repairs more than you see me load up on the other. I will load up on the other when I'm done loading up on repair skills first, because I want the heal to be strong before I throw the other on. I don't want to put a weak ass heal on and then say, okay, let's stack up on incoming. Okay, cool. It's not going to solve my problem though. I know there's a different people have different perspectives, but from what I've been observing, I stacked a bunch of incoming with a weak heal, and I didn't see a difference. The defender drone is skill tiers, right? Look. Let's put the defender drone on. So, let me put that on. Mine jumped up, right? Let's see if, I think that might be the same thing. Hold on. Okay, so I switched to, yeah, that's why, because I have a skill tier now, right? So that's why I went up by 5%. So the more skill tiers I run, see it's at 25%. Now it was at 20%. You saw it before, right? But I went to technician, so I added a skill tier. If I add another skill tier, it's now 30%. And my PvP reduction is now at 15%. And if I just keep adding to that, I'm just going to put random pieces on just so I can have the yellow, just to show you. So now I have 50% damage reduction when I'm at skill tier 6. I'm actually at 7. But it's not going to count as 7, it's only getting, so I don't technically need that one, right? I should still be at the same. Yeah, so yeah. As your skill tiers go up, your damage reduction goes up higher. Now so that's what I said. In PvP, it's 25% when you're at skill tier 6. Now, I believe there's another level to this if you overcharge. I don't know if it's more. Yes. Yeah. So if you overcharge, you get double the damage reduction, but it's only for, I think, what, 15 seconds? But for 15 seconds, you could overcharge and be almost invincible. But then when it wears off, you're going to be back with whatever you had, right? Overcharge isn't affected by PvP. Okay. So if I am PvEing and I overcharge, that means I'm going to take no damage, basically. Because I'd be at 110% damage reduction, which is basically immune to damage. And in PvP, I'd be at 85%. Like, that means that somebody that's using a hardcore damage gear set or whatever they're running is only going to do 15% damage to me. Which is going to be dick all. It'd be like a little pea shooter hitting me. It only lasts for 15 seconds though, so you got to remember this. Right, and then there's a cooldown. If you're gonna go for overcharge, I would say you're gonna have to be skill tier 6. I would say use the, let me show you. Use this bag. This bag is better than the... This bag is... technically this bag is better, because you get all these goodies in the... There's 2 parts, right? There's that talent. There's actually 2 talents in one here. The second one, you get 1 armor kit more. You get 3 more grenades, 25% more ammo, 10% repair skills, 10% status effects. You get that for... It's instantaneously once you put it on. But the overcharge is what I like about this. The cooldown is 60 seconds, but in real time it's about 35 to 36 seconds in real time to recharge. But if you go with the other one, I don't have them on me. I don't have them on me. They're on another character. The BTS Gloves. The cooldown is 120 seconds. So if I'm going to overcharge, if I want overcharge, then I'm going to go with the bag, not the gloves. It's a better deal, right? That means in real time it's going to be about 1 minute and 10 seconds before you can overcharge again. Now here's the difference between the two. You don't have to be skill tier 6 to overcharge yourself. You could be skill tier, well, you're going to be at least skill tier 1, right? Because you get 1 tier for using it. You could be skill tier 1 and turn yourself into overcharge. You won't be able to overcharge your friends because you have to be at... So in order to overcharge you and your friends with the BTSU gloves, you have to be skill tier 6. But if you just want to overcharge yourself, there's no requirement. You don't have to be any... You could... Skill tier 1 is the minimum. Because you have to have skill tier 1, right? Because the gloves have yellow on and you can't change it. So you can literally be skill tier 1 and go from skill tier 1 to overcharge for 15 seconds. You can't do that with the backpack. It'll act like it's overcharging, but if you actually look, so what you do is you look at a turret. If you don't see that lightning bolt symbol, which you won't with the backpack, you're not truly overcharged. It will still use it up though. So you'll be on cooldown for no reason. So it depends on how you want to do the overcharge. You want to wait forever, but you can overcharge yourself from skill tier 1 to overcharge? Or do you want to be skill tier 6 and wait 35 seconds for your cooldown? It says 60 seconds, but I believe I tackled this real-time thing. It was about 35 seconds, roughly. It was less than what it says. So in game, it's 60. In real time, it's not. So if that's the case, and that's true, then 120-second cooldown on the BTSU gloves would be 70 seconds. It would be double what the other one was, right? There's no way to see in the Division 1, you had the ability with your skill power versus tiers. You had the ability with your skill power to actually make your cooldowns quicker. So if I had a talent like this on my backpack, not that I would, but not that you do, but if you did, if it was on the old system, you could make that timer way less than what it is. Like so if it says 60-second cooldown, you could make it 25. Not in this. You can't do it in this. They changed the system, right? They changed the system into skill tiers. They did have skill power in the very beginning. They did try to use the skill power thing again, but it didn't work out in this game as good as it did in the first one, so they changed it to skill tiers. Obviously, the people that have played this long enough are going to know this, right? They're going to know that you were able to do that in the beginning, but they changed it quick. They got away with it. Honestly, I didn't like the system when they did the skill power thing, because then if you went against if you went against somebody in the dark zone, it was kind of annoying, because you felt like you were underpowered with skill power in this game versus the first one. And when they moved to skill tiers, it felt better, much better. So yeah, this game has changed more than people realize, I think. Like from the very beginning of this game to now, it's went through a lot of changes. Systems have changed as well. Their very beginning was different. Like, for example, the Eagle Bear that I have on my shoulders. That used to be a very, very powerful gun. It was actually OP. And it got severely nerfed. It got severely nerfed. I used to be able to... Oh yeah, I used to be able to freaking kill people with this thing. So fast. Much, much faster than now. There was a glitch at one point where I remember this too. So if somebody threw out a decoy and you used your Eagle Bear on it and killed it with a headshot, you could be basically almost invincible. It was a glitch. It's almost like the talent would activate, but it wouldn't turn off. They fixed it, obviously. They fixed it a long time ago. But the point is there was people running around doing that. So the workaround for it was to not use a decoy. Don't use a decoy if because if somebody saw that, they'd be throwing their Eagle Bear on to kill it. And then you were screwed, because then you couldn't kill them. Good luck. Because that thing would stay active until they logged out. So it's like shooting at something that's not taking in, that says immune, basically. When you shoot, if you do the Operation Dark Hours and you hit Boomer when you're not supposed to hit him, he doesn't take any damage. 0. He's totally immune to damage until you get the backpack. You gotta use the turrets in his backpack, and then everybody needs to focus his ass. Because we've killed him, when we did it, we killed him super quick, right? We had so many DPS, we had mostly DPS guys that were just waiting for that moment he dropped. And then boom, we pretty much almost killed him the first time he dropped. But if you piss him off, he'll break the turrets. And if he breaks the turrets, it's over. Because you have no way to take him down. Because you can't just shoot him in the back with your gun. It's got to be done by a turret. So somebody's got to kite him, and everybody else has to stop don't attack them. Don't use secret mines. Don't use any of that crap. Everybody else is basically protecting the machine gun, the guy on the turret, and the other guys are taking out the NPCs that spawn. And then you got somebody working the computers. So everybody has a job. But I've played in matches where people are not getting the concept, and somebody will be kiting Boomer, and then somebody else will decide to start shooting him. So what happens is Boomer's like, okay, this bitch is trying to kill me. This guy's trying to shoot me. I'm gonna go after him now. Which screws everything up because you get him in a pattern, right, to bring him to each one. And if somebody screws that pattern up, he just goes wherever they're running. He'll run after them, right? He'll just go after them. But he could end up sending them the wrong way, and then he's gonna start attacking whoever's on the turret. And then he'll just break the turrets if you piss him off enough and you don't do it right. He'll just break the turrets. He literally runs up and punches the turret and it breaks. And then you'll get a message on the screen that says failed, mission failed. Which is a piss off because you have to get through the... No, you don't. You pass it. What they should, that would be a piss off, wouldn't it? If they did that. Imagine if they did that for after you get through the airport part and you get inside a Boomer, and if you screwed up Boomer, it would put you back to the beginning. That would suck. It would also teach people not to screw around, and one person should be attacking them only and kiting them around the room. Iron Horse, same. Well, it's again, it's just common sense. But that seems to be a rarity in this game these days. Good old common sense. What's that? Never heard of it. Anyways, I'm gonna jump off here, get some lunch. I'll be back after. And obviously you know what to do. If you're new, hit that like, support the channel. Like, subscribe. Most importantly though, click on the bell, turn all the notifications on, because that's probably the most important, to be honest. Alright guys, check out my next video.